Thanksgiving dinner. 23 people around my mother's table. Turkey, stuffing, the whole Norman Rockwell scene. My wife, Amanda, stood up, glass in hand, tears already forming in her eyes. "Everyone," she said, voice shaking with emotion, "Brian and I have some incredible news." She looked at me, smiled that smile I used to love. "We're pregnant." The room exploded. My mother screamed. Her parents rushed over. Hugs, tears, congratulations flying like confetti. Amanda was glowing, playing the moment perfectly. Then I stood up. The room went quiet. I pulled out my phone, connected it to the Bluetooth speaker my cousin had brought for music. "Before we celebrate," I said, voice steady, "I think everyone should hear something." I pressed play. Amanda's voice filled the room, crystal clear. "I don't know whose baby it is. It could be Brian's or it could be Marcus's. I'll just tell Brian it's his. He'll never question it." A man's laugh. "What if he finds out?" "He won't. Brian's too trusting, too stupid. He'll believe whatever I tell him." The room went dead silent. 23 people frozen like a paused movie. Amanda's face drained of all color. I set my phone down on the table, grabbed my jacket from the back of my chair, and looked at her one last time. "Congratulations on your pregnancy. I hope Marcus is excited." Then I walked out. Behind me, the screaming started. If you want to know how I got that recording and what happened when her affair partner's wife showed up at my lawyer's office 3 days later, hit subscribe, because this story gets darker. My name is Brian Foster. I'm 34 years old, and I'm a data analyst for a healthcare company in Minneapolis. I know, data analyst sounds boring, and it is. Spreadsheets, SQL queries, pivot tables that make normal people's eyes glaze over. But here's the thing about being a data analyst. You learn to see patterns. You learn to spot anomalies. You learn when numbers don't add up. And about 6 months ago, I started noticing that my marriage didn't add up. Amanda and I met in college, University of Minnesota, 2010. She was studying marketing. I was in the computer science program, back when I still thought I wanted to code for a living. We met at a house party. She laughed at my jokes. I was smitten. We dated for 3 years, got married in 2015. Small wedding, backyard ceremony, her parents' place in Edina. For the first few years, it was good, really good. We had our routines, Sunday morning farmers market, Wednesday night trivia at the brewery down the street, annual camping trip to the Boundary Waters. We were building something, or so I thought. The first anomaly appeared in March. Amanda started working late a lot. "Big campaign launch," she'd say. "My boss is riding everyone hard." Her boss was Marcus Webb, VP of Marketing at the same healthcare company where I worked. Different department, different floor, but same building. I'd met him a few times at company events. Mid-40s, expensive suits, the kind of guy who calls everyone chief and buddy. I didn't like him, but I didn't think much of it. Amanda was ambitious. Late nights came with the territory. Then came the second anomaly. In April, Amanda started going to the gym. This wasn't unusual by itself. She'd always been health conscious. But the pattern was wrong. She'd go at 6 a.m. before work, then again at 8 p.m. after work. 2 workouts a day. Every day. "I'm training for a half marathon," she said. "Since when?" "Since I decided I needed a goal. Is that okay with you?" The defensiveness was new, sharp, like I'd accused her of something. I backed off, but I noticed she never actually registered for a race. The third anomaly was her phone. Amanda had always been casual about her phone, left it on the counter, face up, didn't care if I saw her notifications. Then suddenly, it was always face down, always in her purse, always on silent. She started taking calls in the other room. "It's work," she'd say. "Boring stuff." One night, I walked into the bedroom while she was texting. She jumped, literally jumped, and locked her screen so fast she almost dropped the phone. "Jesus, Brian, you scared me." "Sorry, just coming to bed." She smiled, kissed me. "I'm just finishing up some emails." But I'd seen the screen for a split second before she locked it. It wasn't an email. It was a text thread with a heart emoji next to the name. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm a data analyst. I like evidence. So I started collecting it. I didn't hack her phone or install spyware. I'm not that guy. I just paid attention. I noticed that her late nights at work coincided with Marcus's late nights. I could see his car in the parking garage when I left at 6 p.m. I noticed that her gym sessions always happened at a gym across town, not the one 3 blocks from our apartment. I noticed that she started dressing differently, nicer, more effort. And I noticed that she stopped looking at me the way she used to. In July, I did something I'm not proud of. I checked our cell phone bill. Amanda and I were on the same family plan. I had access to the account. I pulled up her call and text logs. There was one number that appeared over and over, hundreds of times. Calls, texts, all hours of the day and night. I ran the number through a reverse lookup. Marcus Webb. I sat at my desk staring at the screen, feeling something cold settle in my chest. This wasn't paranoia. This wasn't insecurity. This was a pattern, and the pattern was clear. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Because here's what I learned from data analysis. You don't make decisions based on incomplete information. I needed more. So I hired a private investigator. His name was Ron, former cop, now runs his own firm. Came highly recommended on Reddit, which is how you know you're living in 2024. "What do you need?" Ron asked. "I need to know if my wife is having an affair." He didn't judge, didn't offer sympathy, just nodded. "I'll need 2 weeks, maybe 3. Take your time. I want to be sure." Ron called me 3 weeks later. "We need to meet." We met at a coffee shop in St. Paul. He slid a folder across the table. "I'm sorry, man." I opened it. Photos. Time-stamped, dated, clear as day. Amanda and Marcus entering a hotel. Different hotels, different days, but always the same pattern. Check in around 6 p.m., leave around 9 p.m., sometimes lunch meetings that lasted 3 hours across town. One photo showed them in a parking garage kissing against his car. I stared at that one for a long time. Ron cleared his throat. "There's more." He pulled out a small recording device. I got audio from their car. Minnesota's a one-party consent state, and I was standing close enough to be considered part of the conversation space. It'll hold up if you need it. "Play it." He pressed play. Amanda's voice came through, slightly muffled but clear enough. "I think I might be pregnant." My stomach dropped. "Marcus, are you sure?" "Not yet. I'm late. I'm going to take a test this weekend." "Is it?" "I don't know. It could be yours. It could be Brian's. We still—" She trailed off. Marcus laughed. Not a happy laugh, a nervous one. "What are you going to do?" "I'll tell Brian it's his. He'll never question it. He's too trusting." "What if he finds out?" "He won't. Brian's too stupid to figure it out. He's a data nerd. He lives in spreadsheets. He doesn't notice anything." "Marcus? And if it's mine? Then we'll deal with it later. But for now, it's Brian's baby. It has to be." The recording stopped. I sat there, hands shaking, staring at the device like it was a bomb. Ron's voice was gentle. "I'm sorry, man. I really am."
"How long?" I asked. "How long has this been going on?" "Based on what I've documented, at least 8 months, probably longer." 8 months, while I was planning our anniversary trip, while I was talking about buying a house, while I was being too trusting, too stupid. I didn't go home that night. I checked into a hotel and sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the folder. My phone buzzed. "Amanda, where are you? Dinner's ready." I didn't respond. She called. I let it go to voicemail. "Brian, you're scaring me. Are you okay? Call me back." I turned off my phone, and I started planning.
The next morning, I called a divorce attorney. Her name was Karen Mitchell, 50s, sharp, no nonsense. I laid out everything, the photos, the recordings, the timeline. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she leaned back. "This is pretty clear-cut. Adultery, potential paternity fraud. Minnesota is a no-fault state, but this will absolutely impact asset division and alimony." "I don't care about the money," I said. "I just want out." "Understood, but we should still protect you, especially if there's a pregnancy involved." "What do you mean?" "If she's pregnant and claims it's yours, you could be on the hook for child support, even if you're not the biological father. We need to establish paternity immediately." My stomach turned. "How?" "Prenatal paternity test. Non-invasive. We can request it as part of the divorce proceedings." I nodded. "Do it." I went home that afternoon. Amanda was in the kitchen, cooking. She turned when I walked in, relief flooding her face. "Oh my God, Brian, where were you? I was so worried." "I needed space," I said. "Space? For what? What's going on?" I looked at her, really looked at her. She was a stranger. "Nothing," I said. "Just work stress. I'm fine." She hugged me. I stood there, arms at my sides, feeling nothing. "I'm glad you're okay," she whispered. "I love you." "Yeah," I said. "Me too." It was the first lie I'd ever told her, but it wouldn't be the last. Over the next few weeks, I played the part. Loving husband, supportive partner, oblivious fool. Amanda had no idea I knew. And then, in early October, she came home with a pregnancy test. "Brian," she said, hands shaking, tears in her eyes, "I'm pregnant." I looked at the test. 2 pink lines. "Are you sure?" "I took 3 tests, all positive." I pulled her into a hug. That's amazing." She was crying. "I know we weren't planning this yet, but—" "It's perfect," I said. "It's perfect timing." She pulled back, searching my face. "You mean it?" "Of course, we're going to be parents." She kissed me. "I love you so much." I smiled. "Me too." Another lie. That night, I called Karen. "She's pregnant, confirmed." "Okay, we'll request the paternity test as soon as we file." "When are we filing?" "When do you want to?" I thought about it. Thought about the timing. Thanksgiving was 6 weeks away. "After Thanksgiving," I said. Karen paused. "Any particular reason?" "I want her to have one last holiday, one last moment where she thinks everything is fine." "That's surprisingly kind." "It's not kind," I said. "I just want her to remember what she threw away." Thanksgiving arrived. My mom hosts every year. Big family gathering, aunts, uncles, cousins, the whole crew. This year, Amanda's parents were coming too. First time both families would be together since the wedding. Amanda was excited, glowing, 12 weeks pregnant, just starting to show. She'd been dropping hints all week that she wanted to announce it at dinner. "It'll be so special, everyone together, the perfect moment." "Whatever you want," I said.
She had no idea what was coming. Thanksgiving Day, my mom's house in Bloomington. 23 people crammed around a table that was definitely too small. Turkey, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, the works. Amanda sat next to me, practically vibrating with excitement. Halfway through dinner, she stood up, tapped her glass with a fork. "Everyone, can I have your attention?" The table quieted, all eyes on her. She looked at me, tears already forming. "Brian and I have some incredible news." She paused for effect. She was good at this, always had been. "We're pregnant." The room exploded. My mother screamed. actually screamed. Amanda's mom burst into tears. People rushed over, hugging us, congratulating us. Amanda was glowing, soaking it all in. This was her moment, and I was about to take it away. I stood up. The room gradually quieted. "Before we celebrate," I said, voice calm, "I think everyone should hear something." Amanda's smile faltered. "Brian, what?" I pulled out my phone, connected it to the Bluetooth speaker my cousin had brought for music. "This is a recording from August," I said. "I think it's important context." I pressed play. Amanda's voice filled the room. "I think I might be pregnant." People looked confused. Amanda's face went pale. Marcus's voice, "Are you sure?" My mother's smile disappeared. "Not yet. I'm late. I'm going to take a test this weekend." Amanda reached for my phone. "Brian, stop!" I stepped back. "Is it? I don't know. It could be yours. It could be Brian's." The room went silent. You could hear the clock ticking in the kitchen. "What are you going to do?" "I'll tell Brian it's his. He'll never question it. He's too trusting, too stupid." My mother's hand went to her mouth. Amanda's mother stood up, face white. "What if he finds out?" "He won't. Brian's too stupid to figure it out. He's a data nerd. He lives in spreadsheets. He doesn't notice anything." I stopped the recording. 23 people stared at Amanda. She was shaking. "Brian, I can explain." "No need," I said. I grabbed my jacket from the back of my chair. "The baby might be mine, might not be. We'll find out soon enough. My lawyer has already requested a prenatal paternity test." I looked around the room, at my family, at hers. "I'm filing for divorce on Monday. Amanda, you'll be served at work. Seemed appropriate given that's where you met your boyfriend." Her father stood up. "Now wait just a—" "Marcus Webb, VP of Marketing. Married, 2 kids, in case anyone wants to send him a congratulations card." I turned to Amanda one last time. "Congratulations on your pregnancy. I genuinely hope the baby is healthy. I just hope, for your sake, it looks like me and not him." Then I walked out. Behind me, the screaming started. I sat in my car for a long time, hands on the wheel, engine off. I could hear muffled shouting from inside the house. My phone started buzzing. Amanda, her mom, my mom. I turned it off, and I drove. I ended up at a bar in downtown Minneapolis. Quiet place, mostly empty on Thanksgiving. The bartender looked at me. "Rough day?" "You could say that." "Family stuff?" "Something like that." He poured me a whiskey. "On the house. Nobody should drink alone on Thanksgiving." I raised the glass. "To honesty." He raised his. "To honesty." We drank. My phone stayed off until Friday morning. When I turned it on, I had 47 missed calls and 89 text messages. Most were from Amanda, ranging from apologetic to angry to desperate. "Please call me. We need to talk. You humiliated me in front of everyone." "I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Please." "How could you do this to me?" That last one almost made me laugh. There were messages from her parents. Her mother, "You should be ashamed of yourself." Her father, "We need to talk about this like adults." Messages from my family were different. My mom, "I'm so sorry, honey. Come home when you're ready." My sister, "Holy shit, are you okay?" My cousin, "Dude, that was the most savage thing I've ever seen." I didn't respond to any of them. Instead, I called Karen. "I saw your email," she said. "Hell of a Thanksgiving." "Yeah." "You okay?" "I'm fine. What's next?" "We file Monday. She'll be served Tuesday. Then we wait for her response." "And the paternity test?" "We'll request it in the filing. If she refuses, we can compel it through the court." "Good." "Karen," she said, her voice softer, "what you did yesterday, that took guts. Or stupidity. No, it was the right move. You controlled the narrative. Now everyone knows the truth. She can't spin this." "I hadn't thought of it that way." "Thanks," I said. Monday came. Karen filed the divorce petition. Adultery, irreconcilable differences, request for paternity testing. It was all there, in black and white, legal and final. Tuesday, Amanda was served at work. I wasn't there to see it, but I heard about it later. She was in a meeting, conference room full of people. The process server walked in, asked for Amanda Foster, and handed her the papers, in front of everyone, including Marcus. She called me that night. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail. "Brian, please, we need to talk about this. You can't destroy my life like this." I deleted it. She called again and again. Finally, I answered. "What?" "Brian, please, just listen." "I'm listening." "I made a mistake. I know I did. But we can fix this. We can go to counseling. We can—" "Amanda, I don't want to fix this." "But the baby—" "We'll know soon enough if it's mine. If it is, I'll support the child. But you and me, we're done." "You can't mean that." "I played you a recording of yourself saying I'm too stupid to figure out you were cheating. I'm not that stupid anymore." Silence. "I didn't mean it," she whispered. I was scared. I didn't know what to do." "You could have told me the truth." "I know. I should have. I'm sorry." "Sorry doesn't fix this." "What do you want from me?" "Nothing," I said. "I don't want anything from you. I just want you out of my life."
I hung up. 3 days later, I got a call from an unknown number. "Is this Brian Foster?" "Yes." "This is Jennifer Webb, Marcus's wife." My stomach dropped. "Oh. I heard about what happened at your Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sorry you had to find out that way." "Don't be." Her voice was hard. "I've known for months. I was gathering evidence for my own divorce." "Oh. I'm calling because my lawyer wants to coordinate with yours. Apparently, we have a lot of overlapping evidence." I almost laughed. "Yeah, I guess we do. I'm filing next week. I wanted to give you a heads up. When Marcus gets served, things are going to get messy." "Messier than they already are?" "Much." Jennifer wasn't kidding. When Marcus got served, it all came out. The affair, the pregnancy, the recordings. HR got involved. The company has a strict policy against relationships between supervisors and subordinates. Marcus was fired. Amanda was transferred to a different department, demoted. The whole office knew. The whole company knew. And then the paternity results came back. I was at my apartment when Karen called. We got the results. My heart was pounding. "And?" "You're not the father." I sat down, hard. "You're sure?" 99.9% excluded. It's Marcus's baby." I should have felt relieved, vindicated. Instead, I just felt empty. "Brian, you there?" "Yeah, I'm here." "This is good news. It means you're not on the hook for child support. You can walk away clean." "Yeah," I said. "Clean." I forwarded the results to Amanda. No message, just the PDF. She called immediately. I didn't answer. She texted, "We need to talk." I replied, "No, we don't. You and Marcus need to talk. Congratulations on your baby." She didn't respond. The divorce was finalized in February. No fault, despite the adultery. Minnesota doesn't care. We split our assets 50-50. I kept my retirement accounts. She kept hers. We sold the apartment, split the proceeds. I moved into a smaller place in northeast Minneapolis. 1 bedroom, brick building, quiet. It was enough. I heard through mutual friends that Amanda and Marcus tried to make it work. They lasted 3 months. Turns out relationships built on affairs don't have great foundations. She's a single mom now. He pays child support, but barely sees the kid. I don't feel bad for either of them. My life is different now. Smaller, quieter. I work, I go to the gym, I see my family. I started dating again. Nothing serious yet, just coffee dates, walks around the lakes. I'm not in a hurry.
I learned something from all of this. Trust is easy to give and impossible to rebuild. I trusted Amanda completely, and she used that trust like a weapon. I won't make that mistake again.
Last month, I ran into her at Target. She was in the baby aisle, pushing a cart with a car seat. The baby was maybe 4 months old. She saw me, froze. "Brian." "Amanda." Awkward silence. "How are you?" she asked. "Good. You?" "Tired." She forced a laugh. "Babies are hard." "I bet." More silence. "I'm sorry," she said quietly, "for everything." I looked at her, really looked at her. She looked exhausted, hair in a messy bun, no makeup, sweatpants and a stained t-shirt. Not the woman I married, not the woman who glowed at Thanksgiving dinner. Just tired. "I hope you're happy," I said, and I meant it. She nodded. "I hope you are too." I walked away, and I realized for the first time I actually was. People ask me if I regret how I handled it, playing the recording at Thanksgiving, humiliating her in front of everyone. The answer is no. Because here's the thing, she was going to announce that pregnancy. She was going to make me celebrate a baby that might not be mine. She was going to trap me in a lie for the rest of my life. I just made sure the truth came out first, on my terms, in front of everyone who mattered. I'm not a vengeful person. I'm a data analyst. I like patterns. I like evidence. I like truth. And the truth is, Amanda made her choices. She chose Marcus over me. She chose lies over honesty. She chose to gamble with my life and our future. I just made sure she didn't win that bet. If you've ever been lied to, if you've ever been betrayed by someone you trusted completely, if you've ever had to blow up your own life just to save yourself, this one's for you. You're not crazy for wanting the truth. You're not cruel for protecting yourself. You're not wrong for walking away from someone who treated your trust like it was worthless. Hit subscribe if you want more stories about the moment everything changes. Comment, "I walked away," if you've ever had to leave someone you loved because staying would destroy you. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stand up, tell the truth, and walk out the door. Even if it's Thanksgiving, even if everyone is watching, even if it breaks you to do it.